number is 0809 4440981. And you can also tweet at Smooth981. We're streaming live on our YouTube channel as well, so you can catch that live stream. It's Smooth981 on YouTube. Special guest this morning is Rukeme Olomu. But today we're talking about using tech to improve insurance coverage for women. Now, it's International Women's Day, Tech Friday, so it's we're talking about using tech basically to scale insurance. Now, there's some statistics from a study that was carried out by IFC, AXA Mansard, and Accenture. Now, the study says that targeting women with insurance will bring benefits to the industry. I'm going to give out a few stats and ask our special guest questions based off of this. Welcome, Rukeme Olomu, Senior Associate, Business Operations and Strategy at ETAP. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm just going to give a few statistics for the listener. 1.7 trillion by 2030 insurance earnings potential from targeting women. Now, half of the earnings come from emerging economies, and this source again is from IFC, AXA Mansard, Accenture. What do you make of the projected data from this study, Rukeme?
Thank you. I think it looks very promising. We can see that there is a big untapped market for insurance, particularly among women, especially in emerging economies. But, the developing economies are not left out either. Here in Nigeria, women make up about half the population. And I believe this represents a significant opportunity for insurers to tap into the specific insurance needs and preferences for women, such as maternity, health screenings, financial security, small businesses, and women value flexibility as well. And of course, insurers in Nigeria are already responding to this data, as you can see. Some of them have already begun partnering with women's organizations, developing tailored solutions specifically for women. And they're also training their agents as well, because, at ETAP, we found that women are more receptive to buying insurance, purchasing insurance, when they see it as a lifestyle choice, an opportunity to improve their lifestyle, not just, a doom and gloom thing. If you're a woman, you'd know that we like to make sure our money works for us down to the very last. So yes, this is very promising data. It shows that we can't neglect women as buyers and users of insurance.
All right. So another source, and this is from Intel Point, insurance penetration in Nigeria, less than 1%. So this is going to bring me to my next question. Now, as promising as the data is, the penetration is quite low. Just like in other emerging economies, how can insurance actually grow when the numbers are so low?
Yes, yes. Nigeria still has a lot of catching up to do with regards to insurance penetration. And I believe the entire industry is working hard to increase those numbers. But most especially, I think technology will unlock the value of insurance. You see the way Nigerians embraced digital finance in form of fintechs, and how traditional banks have caught up with the technological movements. So I would say accessibility is one thing to consider. People are reaching more for convenient ways to access products and services. Almost half the population has access to mobile devices. So you see them reaching for, their phones if they want to access any kind of service. And in insurance, it would be buying policies, making claims, getting payouts, all from their mobile phones or their laptops, etc. So technology would make all of this easy and increase the penetration of insurance in Nigeria. Then there's also trust. We hear from a lot of Nigerians where they tell you they don't trust that the insurers would come through for them in the time of need. They pay all this money, and then when it's time for the payouts, they're hearing a lot of excuses and all of that. So the trust is a very, very big thing as well. Insurers would need to be very transparent about, your insurance product, what it's going to do for you, how your money would work for you. And, people would see it as something they can incorporate into their lifestyle and depend on and know that, oh, whenever I reach for this, it's going to be there for me. And of course, this is Nigeria. There's affordability as well.
Mm-hmm. Key.
Yes, yes, very, very big. This is when an economic downturn, inflation is nearly 30% today. Fuel costs are high. People are tightening their wallets and looking for how they can make staggered payments. So I think the regulators could also embrace let's say installment payments, basically, allowing people to pay in bits for their insurance. It's some risk. It presents some risk, but these people are placing their trust in us, so it will be great for us to place our trust in them, have some faith in them as well. So I believe technology will unlock the value of insurance. There needs to be accessibility, transparency, so we can build trust with people, and affordability as well.
All right, thanks for that, Rukeme. Let's talk about vehicle insurance in Nigeria. Less than 30%, at least this is what the Nigerian Insurance Association and Intel Point are reporting. So overall, less than 30%. And when we have 30%, that means it's probably less for women. How are you at ETAP basically using technology to boost insurance coverage for vehicles?
Okay. There are about 13 million cars in Lagos or vehicles in Lagos as of today. And maybe just 2 in 9 have valid insurance. And I say valid because maybe 3 or 4 would have insurance papers, but most likely
Right.
they're not gonna be valid. So technology has allowed for there's a national insurance database where you can check for the validity of your insurance policy. And then at ETAP, we use technology to make insurance as easy as taking a picture. That's the acronym for our name. So
Mm.
we make it very, very simplified, very, very fast. You pick up your phone, you want to buy insurance for your car, you just download the app, you buy the insurance. Everything takes less than 3 minutes. Even when you're making claims, you can make a claim in less than 90 seconds. We eliminate the need for you to have to go to an insurance company, apply for insurance, wait for the agent to get back to you. And when he gets back to you, wait for him, the agent to, do your pre-loss inspection. And, it just takes a lot of time. It's a lot of hassle. And
Right.
there's all the claims headache as well. So we've eliminated that at ETAP. And, we wanted to go beyond just, the insurance product itself. Wanted to make insurance enjoyable and rewarding. Like the drivers, they get safe driving points every time they drive safely on the road. And we found that women are actually more safer drivers
Of
than
course. The statistics prove that.
on, on the road. They're very careful. And the telematics technology tells you when you're speeding, when you're braking too hard, when you're cornering a little too, steeply. And those safe driving points they aren't just there for show. You can redeem them, ShopRite, Spar, Jumia, etc. And so you get dopamine hit every time you redeem those points, and it keeps you coming back. You don't see insurance as something that you only reach for when there's been an accident in your life or an incident. And then we have ethical insurance as well, our ETAP Takafu, where people are encouraged to be socially responsible. At the end of the year, after claims and fees, they get back their contributions. And we found that a lot of people like to opt for donations instead of receiving the cash. So we see about 60 to 70% of our users opt for donating to schools, paying school fees, orphanages, and the like. And it's really exciting to see. It's very inspiring. And we haven't left out businesses, of course. ETAP for Business provides businesses with fleet insurance management in addition to their insurance services, no extra
Okay.
cost, just to optimize everything, just to optimize all of it. So technology is really helping to, expand the coverage, expand the penetration of insurance.
All right, we're speaking with Rukeme Olomu, Senior Associate Business Operations at ETAP. We're talking about scaling insurance for women in Nigeria. Now, I just want to give out a few statistics from Africa's insurance market with regards to the country's share. South Africa seems to have a huge chunk, 69.03%. Morocco is up next with 7.20%. Egypt, 3.79%. Kenya, 3.26%. Nigeria, 2.13%. This is coming from Intel Point Insurance Report. What does Nigeria need to do to basically compete better with her peers across Africa?
Okay, in addition to making insurance transparent, accessible, reliable, insurers also need support from the regulators. And we've seen the regulator take several steps into the future. They're developing a dedicated insurtech license category to sort of create an enabling environment for insurtechs in Nigeria. And this would encourage innovation and competition in the sector. We've been privileged to see a draft. We've sent our feedback, and it all looks very promising, actually. We're really excited for the final outcome. And it's great to see that Nigeria is taking steps in the right direction, just like South Africa, the UK, US, by embracing technology. And collaboration is also crucial for, industries like insurance as well, especially between the private and the public sectors, developing tailored solutions for every segment of the market, low income, high income, men, women, businesses as well. Like India, for example. India has managed to reach populations that are living below the poverty line, like various government insurance schemes. They do this to ensure that, it's a large population and it's important that everybody has access to, how do I say this, to backup or to, great health care and the like, because, that's what's going to drive innovation in the country and just, make sure people are happy and people trust insurance more. So yes, support from the regulator, competition, collaboration between the public and private sector, and embracing technology as well.
All right. So finally, I have to ask this from a woman to another woman. What does International Women's Day mean to you, Rukeme?
Oh, International Women's Day is a celebration. I actually like to think of March as the entire, Women's Month. We can't just have one day to ourselves. We need the whole month.
Amen.
It's a celebration of all our achievements, social, political, economic, and despite this, women are still very marginalized in various economies, underrepresented, underprivileged as well. So it's also a call for gender equality, pushing people to invest in women, pushing people to include women in spaces. And just generally, it's a celebration for women, a call to gender equality. Like, for example, women are leading insurance companies in Nigeria. I'd say AXA Mansard, and then the immediate past MD of Allianz Nigeria. So women are in these spaces, and I think it would be great to celebrate them at all times so that we can encourage other women to, step into these spaces, make change. Women are drivers of change. We've seen this in all kinds of research. Women are drivers of change. Women are, we keep showing up, and it's good to celebrate us every day of the year, actually.
Amen to that. I totally agree with you, Rukeme. That is it for Business Express this morning. Thank you so much, Rukeme, for being on the show this morning.
Thank you so much. It's been great to have you. It's been great to be here.
Thank you. That was Rukeme Olomu, Senior Associate Business